I'm so excited about today's video, and I'm even more excited that you're here. My name is Molly if you are new to my channel, and as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be doing a reset for the month of June style video. Some of my favorite YouTubers do this video. It was started by Carter Sullivan. I love her channel, and Michelle Reed and Cayenne Wolfgang, I believe is her name. So I watch their videos every single month and just love kind of hearing people reflect about the past month and what they hope to do in the coming month. I'm a big goal setter, so that's why I love the idea of this month, because I'm already setting goals for myself every single month, and this video is just a really fun way to share that with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's about 9 o'clock right now, so I just made my morning coffee. I hope you join me in whatever beverage you feel suits watching this video best. So for the style of this video, I kind of want to reflect a little bit on May. Since I didn't do this video last month, I'm not gonna like walk through all of the goals, but kind of just gonna reflect on the month and everything we did, a few goals I had set, whether or not I accomplished them. The May reflection will be shorter, but in months to come, it'll definitely be a little bit longer. And then I'm going to set some goals for June and just walk y'all through them. Okay, so let's get into it. So May is my favorite month of the year. It's my birthday month. I don't know, I just feel like May is such a fun month, and it's also our anniversary month. So that was so much fun. We just celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary. We were both like, how did that first year go by so quickly? So starting with my birthday was amazing. I am lucky enough to get to freelance and kind of run my own schedule, and my husband also works for himself, and so we were able just to take the day just to do fun things that I loved. We worked for the morning, but then we went on like a really long walk, went to get sandwiches from a local like bakery place nearby to us. So we just had so much quality time on my birthday, and then we came back and just kind of hung out here for a little bit, and then we went and played pickleball with my parents. So my birthday was so much fun. It was definitely one of my favorite birthdays, and I feel like I'm really not like that much of a birthday person, but just doing simple things like that, like getting to spend time with both my husband and my parents, was truly such a gift. It was so much fun. And then only 5 days after my birthday is our anniversary. We actually ended up going to Mexico City for our anniversary, and it literally was the best. I have a whole video about like our time in Mexico City, but honestly, like, I feel like when I showed the video to people, like my dad was like, is all y'all did was like eat and walk around, but like we really wanted to go kind of with not that much on the itinerary, because the purpose was setting aside intentional time to reflect about our first year of marriage, set goals, dream, pray about year number 2 for us, and we really got to do that and just got to do it in a beautiful city. So love it. It really served us so well. So we loved that trip, felt so connected afterwards. It was amazing. A few other things that went really well in May were I started my ultra marathon training. I just started last week, but I've been going back and forth on whether or not I was actually going to be able to start in May, just because of my knee issues, and have kind of found out they're more hamstring issues than knee issues. So have been working on that, and it's been great. I'm like so nervous and so excited at the same time just to start training, because I feel like training for this race is going to be entirely different than the training I've done for marathons. Race is at the end of November, and I'll be running a 50K, which is like 31 miles. So it's gonna be crazy. A few things that were hard about May, just because it was a completely amazing month, but definitely had hard moments too. So if you don't know, I have chronic headaches. I've had chronic headaches for the past 7 years, and for the past probably 3, maybe even 4 years, definitely like off and on for 4 years, I've been on a specific medication. But I don't know, the past couple months I've just been feeling really uneasy about still being on it. It really felt like it wasn't serving me anymore, and just felt like it was affecting me in other areas too. So made the decision to get off of my medication. So the month of May was also me like weaning off. Is that the right word? Is it weaning or waning? I think weaning. Weaning off my medication, and I'm officially off it, which is a huge accomplishment for me. That's not to say I don't still struggle with headaches, but I feel like I'm really learning how to manage them in different ways. And obviously there's nothing wrong with medication, but I don't know, I just really was feeling uneasy about it and was like, am I gonna be on this for the rest of my life? Like, I don't know what kind of health implications that could have on me. So yeah, that was definitely just a decision that I felt a lot of peace about. But with that being said, after being on a medication for that long of a time, it's obviously gonna be a big transition getting off of it. And so I felt so fatigued in the month of May, and it really wasn't until a few days ago that I was like, wait, it's probably because of my medication and me getting off of it. So I honestly was worried a lot of May that something was like really wrong with me. I went and got my blood drawn. Everything was for the most part like pretty normal and low and like high in a few areas, but nothing that was alarming. And so after that, I was kind of like, what on earth could it be? Like, I am unusually tired. Like, it's not just low energy, but I feel fatigued every single day. I had to go and take a nap in my bed, and that is not normal for me. So definitely it's going to be something I'm going to be working on in June, is my energy levels, which we can talk about later. But I'm really hoping that in the next week or so I start to feel more like myself, because it's been really hard to be that tired. Like, it's like an entire body fatigue and tiredness, like something I've never experienced before. Okay, so now on to June. I am going to set aside some time right now just to reflect, write my goals out. Then we can review them right after I'm done with this. I'll also probably finish my coffee because I'm literally not drinking it. It's just sitting here getting cold. But yeah, let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, time to share my goals for June. I'm so excited. I just love setting goals. Like, it keeps me so motivated and on track, and it's not the end of the world if I don't get everything done. Like, there were definitely a few more things in May that I wanted to start reading more, didn't do that, but I think it's always good just to reflect on those things. I also set a lot of goals at the beginning of the year, and I feel like sometimes those goals just change throughout the year, and so rather than just have like 8 goals for the entire year, I try to break them down into more like mini goals throughout the month. So I just wrote them in. I'm a big bullet journaler, probably not in like the traditional sense, but I use it for my planner, so really not bullet journaling all the way. But anyways, I use this bullet journal. It's from Archer and Olive. We got it at, Dom got it from me at the Papercraft Pantry in Austin, so it's my favorite. Wanted to just kind of show y'all. So I've just created like my own planner because I couldn't find one that had everything I need. I've created literally like the most simple format for my planner, and my whole thing was like I would write like my work to-dos, and then write like my other type, like schedule doctor's appointment, clean the house, like all my just like life to-dos, like all in the column. And I feel like I had to keep like transferring it from day to day to day. And so something I just did here was I just created like a priorities column that I can see for the entire week. So I really liked laying it out like this. And then I put my June goals. I have like the blank spread. So that was a little tangent, but that's just how I set my planner, and then I use Notion for 1,000 other things. I'm gonna put a photo of my goals just right here on the side, but I also wanted to walk y'all through them. So I have them in 3 different categories. Categorize them in personal, fitness and in health, and financial. So my first one for personal is to get a facial, which might sound kind of silly, but I feel like it's one of those like indulgences where I'm always like, can I justify spending all this money on getting a facial? But I work hard, Dom works hard, like we work very hard for our money, and I definitely want to get over like my fear of spending money on stuff like that will really serve me. I love getting facials. I haven't gotten a facial in a few years now, like at least 3 years, and I love skincare, and so I thought about getting one for my birthday and didn't do that. And so I think for June that's something that I really want to do, and it'll like help me with my money mindset, but it's also like it's okay to treat yourself. So that is my first one. Then I went to list clothes on Poshmark. I have been doing this for the past like 2 years, just really simplifying my wardrobe, and it seriously has helped so much. I'm down to a capsule wardrobe for the most part. I think I own about 50 to 60 pieces of clothes, but I definitely have shoes that like I do not wear anymore. Like I have 4 different styles of heels, and I'm like, I never wear heels. Like I just really gravitate towards simple clothing now, and that didn't used to be my style. And so I've slowly just been like uploading stuff to Poshmark, but I think there's still stuff here. And our space here is a lot smaller than, not a lot smaller, it's probably like 150 square feet smaller than it was in Austin, but I just like sense the clutter a lot more, especially in my closet. So I really just want to get rid of all the clothes that I'm not wearing anymore, and I'm gonna list them on Poshmark, hopefully at the beginning of June, and if they're not sold by the end of the month, I'm just gonna send them all to ThredUp. Then I also want to figure out my desk situation. If you watched my last vlog, you probably heard me talking about this, but it's a very small desk, and I have like my laptop riser, I've got like my extra like keyboard, then I have like this organizer thing where I keep all these papers. It just feels very, very cluttered. I feel like my desk is never organized. It just stresses me out. if you don't get the vibe that I really like organization, then something is not translating. But yeah, my desk stressing me out like almost every single day is really not the best work environment for me. So need to kind of figure out what the heck I'm gonna do because it is such a small space. For fitness and health, I'm so excited. Dom and I have been talking about doing CrossFit for the longest time. I have a lot of fears and anxieties around it. Like, I've never used like a barbell. Like, I know nothing about it. However, I feel like in order to get to my next level of training with ultra marathon training, I cannot just keep using like 8-pound dumbbells in our backyard. Like, my motivation is slowly dying. Like, I'll only do like 20-minute workouts, which is great, but I'm like, I really want to be in like the best shape of my life, and I know we need to go to a gym in order to do that. Dom loves CrossFit. Like, he used to be super into it, so we actually found one here in Fort Worth that started as a running group and it's evolved into a CrossFit gym, but the owner's a huge runner, and so I feel really confident about going there. Really excited, really nervous. The next one is a big one. So I want to cut out caffeine. Even though I'm drinking coffee right now, it is going to be, I don't know if it's gonna be cold turkey or like a slow gradual, like no more caffeine, but kind of my thoughts behind that are, one, I've been having really low energy, and just know that caffeine does have, of course it gives you energy in the moment, but like in the long run, it's not ultimately the best for you like coffee isn't. I don't drink that much every single day, but it is affecting like your adrenal glands and other things like that. And so I want to just see how I feel energy wise without caffeine. I know it's going to be a struggle at the beginning, which is why I'm like, I don't know when to do it. Like, I already have headaches. I don't know if I want to have like caffeine withdrawal headaches too. So that's a big reason. And then another thing is I wake up 3 to 4 times in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and have never been able to solve that. Like, even if I stop drinking water at 6 p.m. every single day, I'm still waking up 3 to 4 times. Like, it is not a water issue. And so I've seen somewhere that caffeine can actually cause your bladder to be inflamed, and so I'm wondering if that is what's going on here. So I'm really curious to see if I start sleeping better without caffeine, and not in the sense that caffeine is keeping me up, but I'm hoping that once I stop drinking caffeine, I don't keep waking up to go to the bathroom, because I would get so much better sleep if I wasn't waking up like 4 times in the middle of the night. And honestly, it's really frustrating because I love my sleep. Then the next one, kind of talked about this already, but getting my energy levels back up. So really think it has to do with the medication. So I'm hopeful that in the next 2 weeks, like, my energy will be back to normal and I won't be feeling so freaking tired all the time. But have also just looked into like different vitamins and things to start taking. So I used to take a ton of vitamins, then I simplified, and now I'm just trying to like take a hard look at like what do I really need. And the last one is manage headaches. So obviously there's still the transition of me going off the medication. So I'm trying to like give myself grace for that, because it's really frustrating when I go like 2 weeks with a constant headache. But yeah, by the end of June, I would really like to be mostly headache free and not having to take like Excedrin or anything like that for it. So June is a very big like health and fitness focused month for me. That is also why I didn't do like business schools, because I really feel like this is a month where I'm just supposed to be focusing on my health after being so tired in May. And financial, I wasn't really sure how to like make these and share them with y'all. Some people are super transparent with their finances, and I honestly I love talking about finances just because I feel like there's so much just like question marks around everything. And I know myself, I'm like all the time, I'm like, are we behind? Are we doing good? Like, are we doing enough? Like, I feel like I have definitely like loosened my grip on finances. Like, the Lord has been so kind just to release like my stronghold that I had over finances and my fear of finances. It's definitely something I'm working through. If like sharing specifics on what we're trying to save each month would be helpful, I'm happy to dive into that too. Both of our incomes vary every single month just because we both work for ourselves. So there's definitely a lot of like specifics that can be hard to like nail down, but we are doing our best. That being said, we set a goal at the beginning of the year to get to a certain amount in our bank account, our investments, like all that good stuff by the end of the year. And we are a little bit behind to be on track to hit that goal by the end of the year, and I really think we can do it. I want by the end of this month for us to be at the halfway point, which might be a little bit hard. I talked about this probably back in February on like my main Instagram page, so I really haven't shared this anywhere, but our engine died at the beginning of February and we just got it back yesterday, but that was a $6,000 payment that we had to make, and obviously we've known about it since like February. The whole situation was just so frustrating, so I will not get into that, but yeah, we've just had a lot of like big expenses, like stuff like that I feel like have really set us back in being able to save what we want to. So hopefully in June we can put aside a lot more than we've been able to the past few months. Another thing, I don't know if this is financial, but we have a lot of like weddings and all that stuff this year. I think, yeah, it was starting this month for the end through November. We've got either a bachelor or bachelorette trip or a wedding that we are traveling to. So need to finish buying and like reserving our Airbnbs this month, which I don't know if that's like financial. That's just like a Molly, get on top of it and do it. Then another thing, so I mentioned that Dom works for himself. He's a wedding videographer. We've been wanting to buy his gear for a really long time now. I think now we're at a point where it's like, okay, let's start saving for this. Like, let's actually do this. Like, your business is growing. You shouldn't have to rent every single month, and so definitely want to start setting aside money this month for his equipment, even if it's only like $200 or $300. Then my last one, which is also kind of business related, but I would love to sign another client or get a partnership. So my main like income streams are by being a freelance copywriter. I love what I do. It's been so much fun. I've been freelancing for the past year and a half and it's truly been amazing, but definitely still go through like ebbs and flows of having busier months, having quieter months, and I feel like I'm in a position now where I really love all the clients that I have and feel like I have a really good just like head on my shoulders about my work-life balance. I feel like this is the best work-life balance I've ever had, but definitely want to sign just like one more client. So either that or get a partnership that would pay like the equivalent to what a client would pay me for the month, or both. That would be amazing too. But I'm thinking that probably getting another client would kind of just like even things out, and especially as we're just trying to save more, would just like my days to be a little bit more full. So right now I have 6 clients, and yeah, just feel like I have the capacity for another one. Okay, so those are my goals for June. I really hope you guys liked this video. I really loved filming it, so I am curious to hear just your feedback on this video. It's so freaking hot in here. I turned off the air conditioning because I wasn't sure if y'all would be able to hear it, but your girl's sweating. Definitely let me know your feedback. Some of the other girls who do this add like their favorite products or purchases from the month, or like podcasts that they listen to. So I'm happy to do that too if that's something y'all be interested in. But yeah, I'm so excited to hear what you think of this video. I would love to hear what some of your goals are for June, just so I can cheer you on and help you get there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.